Hello, and welcome to Think, Explore, and Learn, where we delve into the most captivating books and bring you the most engaging summaries. In this video, we are going to introduce you to the world's most determined man. His name is David Goggins, and his story is nothing short of extraordinary. So many of us struggle with basic fitness routines. We always find excuses to skip the gym or a weekend run. But what would it be like to live life with no excuses, always giving 100%? In this video, we'll take you on a journey through David Goggins' life and find out. From a traumatic childhood and overweight 20s to becoming one of the world's fittest soldiers, we'll discover what it takes to achieve the near impossible. Through honest and unbelievable anecdotes, we'll learn how Goggins turned his life around and what you can do to emulate his success. We'll find out how Goggins' childhood shaped him, why he almost dropped out of the military, and what awaits you in Badwater 135. So sit back, relax, and get ready to be inspired by the story of David Goggins. This is a story of determination, perseverance, and the power of the human spirit. David had a childhood that was far from normal. Born in New York in 1975, David and his family were trapped in a life of endless work and violence under the rule of their tyrannical father, Toughness. His childhood was plagued by his violent and demanding father, who owned a roller disco rink. His family was forced to work tirelessly at the rink almost every night until midnight. David's job was to take care of the skating shoes, and he often fell asleep in school due to the lack of sleep caused by the thumping music. The brutality of his father was unbearable, and David often witnessed his father beating his mother and had to hide the bruises from his own beatings. When David was 8 years old, he and his mother finally escaped from their tormentor. With the help of a sympathetic neighbor, they drove to Brazil, Indiana, to start a new life. However, their newfound freedom was bittersweet, as David's older brother stayed with their father, and he saw him little after they left. Unfortunately, David's life in Indiana wasn't free from hardship either. But despite the difficulties he faced in his childhood, David went on to achieve incredible things and become one of the fittest people on the planet. In the book, David shares his journey and what it takes to overcome adversity and achieve the impossible. David Goggins may have escaped his abusive father, but that didn't mean his childhood was easy. He faced poverty and the traumatic effects of his past in small-town Indiana. David and his mother had to start a new life in a public housing block, where they lived on a low income from her part-time job and a monthly welfare check. The initial euphoria of fleeing from Toughness quickly faded as they faced the harsh reality of poverty. David's early years of abuse had a lasting impact on his health and well-being. He developed a nervous stutter, his hair started to fall out, and his skin lost pigment. As an adult, David realized that he was suffering from toxic stress, a condition in which young children who have undergone severe abuse experience long-term changes to their brain chemistry. This condition had a limiting effect on David's memories, and he struggled to remember what he had learned in school. David was labeled as stupid by some of his teachers, and he was yelled at and ridiculed on a daily basis. Faced with the prospect of being kicked out of school and placed in a special needs facility, David started cheating on his homework and important standardized tests. This allowed him to stay in school, but his education suffered greatly. Heading into his teenage years, David could barely read, unbeknownst to anyone else. He had a difficult childhood and struggled with school and literacy. In his late teens, he found a concrete goal: to join the United States Air Force. Despite his hard work and determination, David's path to success wouldn't be easy. David's dream was to become an Air Force pararescue, a special type of soldier who specializes in rescuing injured pilots. To complete his training, he would have to face his toughest challenge yet: swimming. Unfortunately, David had never learned to swim, and he was paralyzed with fear when faced with increasingly tough swimming challenges. Eventually, he took the easy way out and quit after a routine medical test picked up a predisposition to sickle cell anemia. By 1999, David's military hopes were shattered, and he was working a dead-end job as a night shift pest exterminator. He used food to numb his disappointment and ballooned from 255 pounds to almost 300. He would start his day with a chocolate milkshake and a box of donuts, and then have a huge breakfast of cinnamon rolls, eggs, bacon, and sugary cereal. David was using food to cope with the bitter realities of his life and was heading towards a dead-end future. But the motivation to turn his life around was waiting just around the corner. David found the strength to overcome his fears and disappointments and become one of the fittest people on the planet. David was overweight and stuck in a dead-end job. One day, he saw a documentary about Navy SEALs that would change his life forever. The documentary showed the mental toughness and physical condition of the SEALs, and Goggins was inspired to join them. Goggins found out about a training program for former military recruits who wanted to become active again by joining the Navy. However, there were two problems. The program was going to be shut down in 3 months, and Goggins was too heavy to join the Navy. He had to lose over 100 pounds in less than 3 months if he wanted to try out for the SEALs. Goggins got to work immediately and set up a punishing fitness regimen. He woke up at 4:30 a.m. every day and worked out on an exercise bike for 2 hours. After that, he would swim for 2 hours, followed by an intense gym workout, and then hop back on the bike for a few more hours. He repeated this routine every day, including adding a 4-mile run to his daily routine. Goggins lost the weight and joined the program. He underwent a grueling training period, including going 5.5 days with minimal sleep and completing tough exercise drills. However, he gritted his teeth and graduated from the training and achieved his dream of joining the Navy SEALs. David Goggins' most impressive accomplishments are in ultra running. After serving as a Navy SEAL for a few years, Goggins was seeking a new challenge to push his physical limits. In 2005, he found it in the form of ultra running, a form of extreme long-distance running. Goggins decided to use his participation in an ultra race to raise money for a good cause in honor of several fallen SEALs. The race he chose was the Badwater 135, a 135-mile race known as the toughest foot race on Earth, starting below sea level in Death Valley, California, and finishing at an elevation of 8,374 feet. The race is run in July, when temperatures in Death Valley are often at their highest. The top competitors complete the course in under 48 hours. To be eligible to participate in Badwater 135, Goggins had to first qualify by completing a 100-mile race. He accomplished this by participating in the San Diego one-day race and completed it in just 19 hours, even running an extra mile just to be sure he finished. With this achievement under his belt, Goggins was accepted to compete in the 2006 Badwater 135. He trained extensively, studying the terrain and training in extreme heat to prepare. On race day, his hard work paid off, and he completed the Badwater 135 in 30 hours, coming in 5th place. People often ask David, one of the only African-American SEALs and a successful ultra runner, how they can achieve similar success. He emphasizes the importance of a strong work ethic and putting in the effort to reach one's goals. Goggins' top priority is always putting in the hard work, whether it be in the gym or as a SEAL. The secret to his success lies in his exceptional work ethic and the habit of waking up early every day. To emulate his success, one must follow his 40% rule, which he created and suggests that people typically give up when they have only exerted 40% of their true potential effort. According to Goggins, there is a part of our mind that wants to protect us from suffering and difficulty, and tricks us into thinking we have given our all when we still have 60% more left to give. The 40% rule encourages individuals to push past their perceived limits, ignore the voice in their head that tells them to stop, and tap into their full potential in order to achieve their goals. Many people claim that they do not have the time to put in the long hours necessary for success, but Goggins does not accept this excuse. He believes that if you win the morning and start your day early, you can make progress towards your goals. The key to success, according to Goggins, is getting up early and putting in the effort. If David Goggins can do it, anyone can too. In conclusion, the book Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins is a testament to the power of determination and hard work. Despite facing numerous challenges, Goggins never gave up and went on to achieve greatness as a Navy SEAL and a successful ultramarathon runner. We just listened to the remarkable journey of David Goggins, who rose above a violent and impoverished childhood to fulfill his dream of becoming a Navy SEAL and a successful ultramarathon runner. So, if you want to be inspired and learn more about the power of determination and hard work, be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Stay tuned for more book summaries and motivational content. Thank you for watching.